Okay. Praise the Lord, everybody. My name is Clarissa, and this is my testimony. I'm about to tell it. I was been supposed to tell it, y'all, but since I got time on my hands, I'm going to tell it now. So, as you all know, I have recently got licensed as a minister. I think it was May 29th I got licensed as a minister, y'all. So, and this is my license right here. Kathy. Yes, y'all. So your girl is a licensed minister, y'all. So what that means is, like, y'all, I can like go places and preach and stuff. I can marry people. I can even like go to jails and stuff and preach and stuff like that. But I go wherever the Lord leads me. But right now, I am preaching at Grace is Sufficient Church. I am one of the young ministers there, and like I preach every fourth Sunday. Recently, I haven't been posting my ministry like videos and stuff like that. Like I preach every Sunday on the fourth Sunday, but I like audio record it and I wouldn't record it, so I'm gonna get back on that. But I just wanted to talk to y'all about my whole journey, like with ministry and the things I've been through. And y'all, I'm 24 years old. I turned 25 July 4th. And I just wanted to just share with y'all like my whole journey and how I got pulled into ministry, how it came about, how did I get to the church that I'm in, and you know, how is it now? So I want to talk to you guys about that. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, so I used to go to this church and called the Healing Center. And my cousin, she like was like family members like with this. I'm gonna say this. I'm calling her this lady because in that moment, that's what I'm like. I just called her this lady. So quote unquote, her name is Pastor Gloria, and I think they're like family. And she introduced me to her. So and she's a prophet. So when she was introduced to me and whatever, she was telling me that the Lord was saying that like I didn't belong at that church and he wanted me to leave and not to be there. And I already was feeling the Lord pulling me out of the church. I just didn't know because like when I tell y'all, I was a conditional praiser. I wasn't praying. I wasn't worshiping at home. I would go to church only Wednesdays and Sundays. Like I was terrible. Like I didn't have the relationship with God like I have right now. And so I ended up basically like hanging around her more and like going to like just one-on-one like ministry like groups and whatever like they would have. And we end up putting together this ministry group, and the ministry group was called Brooches and Blazers. Now that's it's down right now, but it's coming back together. But the ministry group was called Brooches and Blazers. And this one day and whatever, we had a meeting and I had to come. So it was me and it was this other girl, and we went and we had to come. So I got prophesied to, and she was just telling me all of this stuff. And she was just saying like that God and whatever, like he wanted me to have he was calling me to ministry. Now I didn't really necessarily like know what that meant, but I do have a piece of the prophecy, so I'm gonna play it for y'all.
Make you into the woman of God that you was destined to be. Mm-hmm. Because even though he's gonna give you all this, but you got a platform of preaching.
I know this will not just die on me. I'm about to play it again. This is so unprofessional. Okay, I got it, y'all.
Because even though he's going to give you all this, but you got a platform of preaching, of ministering to people, and bringing and gathering people. And one thing that you can't...
Okay, so y'all, that was about, I think that was like August 15th when she told me that. She prophesied to me and she told me that the Lord said that I have a platform of preaching. I'm going to be ministering to people and bringing people together. Now, when she first told me that, I didn't necessarily know what that meant, like preaching all of that. I never seen myself can do it because, y'all, let me tell y'all my plan and my will. Anybody who know me or been around me, they know that my goal was when I got out of high school, I was going to be a Miami Heat dancer. I was gonna be a J-Set. I was gonna go to a HBCU, and I just wanted. Hold on, guys, I'm recording. And I wanted to and I just wanted to just be a dancer, like, and dance behind like a famous artist and stuff like that. Like that was my plan. All I wanted to do was dance. But, you know, as y'all see, the Lord snatched me up. So, moving forward, I end up officially leaving my church, my old church, and I end up going to Grace is Sufficient. Now, as soon as I left the church, I immediately got pushed into ministry. Like, I did. I wasn't that bad before, y'all, but I did do a 360. But soon as I got to the church, I immediately was pushed into ministry. Like, it wasn't like no gap. Like, oh, you start on the 21st. Like, as soon as I end up going to that church or whatever, I immediately went into ministry. So I really don't have the dates and the times when I first went to ministry class, but I ended up going to ministry class and whatever, and she was teaching us about God and about why we serve and who is his son and his will and what God expects for us to do. So I ended up going to like part 1 and part 2 ministry classes, and I got my certificate for that, for finishing it. So I got my certificate for that. It wasn't hard, but if you're studying something and you learn it for yourself, then nothing is going to be hard. We have to study on this Myles Munroe book. This is a really good book. It's called Preparing for Kingdom Experience and Expansion. Myles Munroe is a really good pastor. And he passed away a long time ago, but he's a really good pastor. And if you watch his sermons, like, he's very knowledgeable and stuff. So we had a test on this, and we had to write like a page or 2 pages about this book. And then she also gave us Prayers That Rout Demons. Y'all, when I tell y'all learn this book and study this book, a witch in hell can't do nothing with y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all right now. This book, it hits on everything. Like, it's a really good book. Like, if you want to, like, increase, like, your prayer life, this is the book that you will read. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, at first my pastor, she didn't have me praying in the beginning of the service, but now she do, y'all, because y'all, I be up there pulling the heavens down. Do you hear me? Okay, y'all, so that was that. I do have a schedule in my hand because I'm trying to stay on topic. Okay, y'all, so basically after, so I end up getting pushed into ministry. I end up going to ministry classes and stuff. So every 4th Sunday, I would preach. Like, I never had, like, a day off. Like, God was literally, like, getting me immediately in habit of getting up there and preaching. Now, my first sermon that I preached was, what was the first sermon I preached? The first sermon I preached was, your comfort in sin is dragging you to hell. Now, y'all, that sermon, that was the first time I ever preached, y'all. When I tell y'all, let me tell y'all how I went. My pastor was telling me, she said, you got to seek the Lord to get it. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know about seeking the Lord. I don't know about none of that. So how am I supposed to get it? Okay, so y'all, this one day I was driving home, and I literally just kind of had a thought. So the Lord speak through our thoughts. I literally had a thought, and the thought was like, your comfort in sin is dragging you to hell. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what? So I ended up writing it down, and I literally, y'all, only had like 4 sentences. So she telling me, okay, you got to preach Sunday. And I'm like, bro, I don't even have a whole sermon. I don't have scriptures. I literally only heard the Lord, or as I thought it was the Lord. Like, I really didn't know. And I really only heard like a couple of things. And I'm just kind of like, most preachers, when they preach, they have a lot. I only have a little bit. So when I went up there, y'all, I did not know what I was doing. But God put me in a position to where it's kind of like I had no choice but to trust him. I couldn't call on nobody. I literally had no choice but to trust him. And that's how he wanted it. He wanted us to lean on him he wanted us to lean on him for everything. So, y'all, when I did the sermon, I feel like I did terrible. But, y'all, when I watched it back, it was so powerful, and it was all God. And in that moment, God showed me that I can trust him, and he showed me that I can, and that he can and he will, and also that I can do it. So from that day, like every month, like every 4th Sunday, I'm sorry, I'm sitting on my legs, my feet hurt. But every 4th Sunday and whatever, like I pretty much preach and stuff, and I do really well. I have improved so much. My confidence have improved so much. I used to be scared to say what the Lord tell me to do. I used to I don't know, like he just really like worked on me. Like anything that you continually to work on, you're going to eventually change. So God for sure has been working on me and involving me, and he's still doing it. So, okay, y'all. So the next thing was, I I ended up getting my licenses, which was this May 29th, this past 29th. So y'all got licensed and stuff. The whole video is on my mother's page, but I did share it on my page, but I'm gonna eventually put it on YouTube. But y'all, when I got licensed and stuff, it was an amazing experience. The Lord poured into me like never before. And he changed my whole mindset. Like, I was never a person that was against God. Like, I always like loved God. Like, I didn't always have the relationship that I have now, but I always like love God and stuff like that. Y'all, they back there. That's my friend kids. They back there acting crazy. But I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to talk, but I just hear them screaming. But I never had like a problem with God. Like, I was always open to whatever he was gonna do. And because I was so vulnerable and because I was so open, he was always willing to pour into me. So me going into ministry wasn't a problem. Yes, I am young. I'm 24 years old. And I think I started when I was like 22, maybe, or 23. And it was just kind of like, I don't know, I was just always ready like to do whatever God wanted me to do. And because of that, like, he have elevated me so much and gave me so much and literally put me first in so much because I chose to obey him and lay at his feet and humble myself before him. So that's pretty much that and whatever. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. And I don't really got nothing else to say. Let me see, because sometimes I be talking too fast. But y'all, that's my testimony. It's not really much, but well, it's a lot and so little, but that's my testimony. So, and let me see. We can talk about some challenges that I went through. So I have this book that I'm writing currently right now, and the name of the book is called The Lukewarm Servant. And it's about me being lukewarm and like my time of going back with Christ, like in and out and stuff like that. I have that book coming out very soon. It's for sure gonna be done before this year's over, but it's called The Lukewarm Servant, and it's about like my whole life from beginning of ministry to the end, like the things I was going through, the things I was feeling. I was going through a lot, y'all. When I tell y'all, it's just a lot. Like, it was just a lot that I was going through. Withdrawals and just a lot, y'all, being in ministry and stuff like that and whatever. And I for sure will give y'all the insight and share with y'all through my book that's going to be coming out very soon. But I love y'all. I thank y'all for pretty much listening and like tuning in and whatever. I am really good with beginners, so if you want to turn your life over to Christ and you don't know where to start and you just need help with your beginnings, and especially if you're young, you can come to me and I can help you. I can be patient with you. I can pray with you, because I literally mastered my beginnings. The Lord helped me master my beginnings, and I also can like help people who's young or older and don't know Christ like that, but you want to evolve. I can help you. I do one-on-one ministry classes and stuff, or I can do a group during Zoom. But if you would like to be a part of that, then you can just DM me or email me or whatever the case. However you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me and stuff like that. I'm always available to do what the Lord has me to do. Like, even now, like, people reach out to me, they ask me to pray for them, and I'll drop whatever I'm doing and pray, because I serve the Lord, and whatever he tells me to do, I'm always down to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Like, that's all I have to say and stuff. So it's only up from here, y'all. So y'all see me with my own church one day. Bye.